Hello everyone, welcome to AML Campus. Today we are going to talk about regular expressions in Python. So to start off with, regular expressions are very important part in Python because they help us search through a string without needing to use a for loop or something. We can just use a simple regular expression and try to figure out what kind of text is in between those strings. So to understand what a regular expression is, it is a Rex expression and it's a powerful tool for searching, matching, and manipulating strings. It is usually used to find stuff inside a string and to get that extracted and use it as in some other place. So to start off with, we also use something similar to a Rex expression, which is and UDM is equal 14. If you might remember, this is the expression we write at the end of the URL to remove the all the AI overviews in the Google. So this is very similar to a regular expression as we use this to remove a certain part of the output we are getting. So a regular expression also works the same. We use a part of a regular expression to remove anything else apart from that or to remove that specific part from the string. Now, regular expressions are actually a module. So it's not that they are default functions in Python, so you have to import them. And to import them, we can just use import re. Re stands for regular expression. And what is a module? So to understand modules is like imagine somebody else wrote a code and they want to share it with you. So they create a module and then you can just import that module and use that code without needing to retype the whole code or try to write down it from the scratch. We can just import those modules and use it. Now, after that, we have key characteristics and their function. So to understand it, the first thing we have is crate. It is match of the start of the line. So what is a crate? Crate is the symbol we get at the sixth key in our keyboard. As you can see, it's this symbol. So what it does is it will gonna match the start of the string with this. So instead of using starts with, we can use this function and it will gonna show us like if all the lines which start with from. So over here we have a string called as text, which is from user at the rate example. And so when we do use this command of like regular expression search and the regular expression which is from, it should starts off with from, then we in the text file, okay, in the text very string, then we can print it. So as we can get the output, it means that it does start from this place. Now the second regular expression is a dollar sign. So a dollar sign is used to match the end of the line. So as we have seen that at the start of the line we use this crate and for the end of it we use the dollar sign. So the end of the line should be a line. So when we do put some things like this, then it does print with the line. So you might be thinking that why are we understanding what's the meaning of a crate is, what's the meaning of a dollar sign is inside a regular expression. So regular expressions are similar to a part of a code, but in a more cryptic way. So we can, if you want to get a line with start off with from and ends with the line, we can just use this sign from and then line and dollar. So it will gonna search through all the text which has it starts with a from and ends with a line and all. Well, that's not all. It also needs a lot of things in between. So over here we have the answer to that. So you might be wondering, what if there is a character in between? Like it starts with from email address and then this is the line. So even though we want that line, we can't get it because there are a lot of characters in between. So what we can do is we can use a period. So the period functions as a matches any single character except a new line. So it will gonna match any character in between those two characters like over here, and it shouldn't be a new line, it can be anything but a new line. So if there is like /n or something, then it will gonna not recognize as a pattern but just pass through it. But if there is like a one or any other character, it will just consider that character null and think that yeah, this is a correct pattern. And that's how we can see A and then a random character, and after that B. So there's no new line. So thus A and B are considered as a pattern, and that's how we got this output. Then there is asterisk. Asterisk matches zero or more occurrence of the preceding element. It means that imagine if the user types something like hello, but in a very different format, but we still want to use it. So what we can do is we can use an asterisk after the O. So if there is like multiple repetitions of that character, it would still think that it's the same character. Thus, found one followed by as many zeros. So as you can see over here, that's the output. After that, we have plus. Plus matches one or more occurrence of the preceding element. So as you can see over here, O has many more patterns over here. So that's why we use it like multiple O's are repeated, thus we are using plus. It is similar working with asterisks, but instead of um, this having like zero or more, it goes with one or more. So if there is like HELLO, not HELLOO, then it will not consider as the element. After that, we have question mark. Question mark matches zero or one occurrence of the preceding element. So you might be thinking, oh, what if the user entered wrong spelling? Like with the spelling of color is kind of different. Like as we are programming students, we often use color as COLOR instead of CLOUR. So the U might be subjective over here. So for that, we can use the question mark. You might or might not be present in the string. So that's how we can do that, and we get the output like it might be a color or a color. Anyway, so after that we have square brackets. Square brackets are used for matches any single character inside the bracket. So what it does is it will gonna match any single character inside of a bracket. So over here we have a string cat, but we are not sure. We can take cat and bat both. So what we do is we put the first two letters inside this. So it might be a C cat or a B bat. So to start off with, we can put parentheses, and then inside of that, we can just add C and B. So it might be a C or it might be a B. It can change. So matches if the when we run it, it will gonna first check if it's a C, and if it's not a C, then it will gonna check if it's a B, and if it's not a B, then it will be a false. But if it's in between any of those, then it will gonna run through it. After that, we have backslash. So backslash is a escape special character as it or a single special sequence. So for that, we can understand is the price should be like inside this. We are using escape character to skip the dollar sign, and then we are using the escape character to skip the dot sign. So instead of just considering this as a, you know, when we are taking it as a string, the dollar might be considered, oh, this is the dollar over here. Like, when we are trying to do a regular expression, we also have the dollar sign over here. We also have period. So how do we use the period and dollar sign inside a string, not as a regular expression? So for that, we use escape character. Escape dollar sign means that the dollar sign is inside a string, not as a regular expression. Same goes over here. The backslash defines that the period is inside a string, not in the regular expression. And then this whole string is searched inside of the text. And thus we get dollar is exactly found in the price. After that, we have parentheses. Parentheses group expressions and capture matched text. So over here we can see is that uh, we will start off with user, and after that we have parentheses. And inside of parentheses, we are gonna speak only this part over here and store that inside our variable. So when we do the regular expression, it will gonna check if it's a user, and if it is a user, it will gonna select all the text and put it inside the variable. As you can see, it is using a dot and a plus. So what does a dot do? Period is matches any single character except a new line. So everything which is not a new line will be captured over here, and as you can see, it has been captured. And then there is a plus sign. So a plus is matches one or more occurrence of the preceding element. So there might be like at the rate dot 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 at the example dot coom. So that would also consider as a regular expression and be counted as over here. So we can see that it matches group one, and that's how it got printed. So we have match, and that's the email ID. After that, we have curly braces, match a specific number of occurrence of the preceding element. So what it does is that it will gonna check the preceding elements. Like over here, we have L O, and then L can be repeated two times and O can be repeated four times. Then it will gonna check if it does, and if it does qualify for that, then it will gonna see the whole string as a match. But if it's still not there, like if there is only three O's and only one L, it would still consider that as a string instead of it being uh, like it gives more flexibility to the string compared to other regular expressions. After that, we have extracting email address. It's an example where we are gonna use regular expression to find out the email address of the client. So over here we can see that we have first email equal uh, re dot find all. We're gonna find all the emails inside of the string. So over here we are going to start off with we have square parentheses, meaning this can be changed. We can use a hyphen z to indicate the range the characters can be in, and then we have at the rate signifying that it should follow through with the at the rate sign, as you can see over here. And then we are going to get another example dot text. Then there should be a dot, and then there would be a dot com, and it will gonna end with a two or more, and it's going to be from we are going to do all of this operation inside of the string. So we got a list, support, and sales at the rate email. Okay, after that we have a performance comparison. So you might be thinking, okay, but it is very cryptic and very hard to do, but why should we do that instead of just using a for loop? So the thing with regular expression is that they are very compatible with the machine. So machine understand regular expressions way faster than it can understand or solve using a for loop. We can use multiple threads and multiple other sources to boost up the for loop thingy, but regular expression just provide a way faster performance even without doing much hard coding or something. So over here, we can see is that when we are running a regular expression inside a string which has a length multiplied by 1,000 times, then it gives us a time complex of 0.0049 seconds. So let's consider as a 5 seconds, 0.005 seconds. So, and the size of that variable is only like 0.05 MB. Okay, so it's not that big of a size, and it takes like 0.05 seconds. Understandable. But when we do it with a traditional loop, same thing, same string, same times of multiple, but then we get 0.007. It's 0.002 times more, it taking too much time over here. So you might be thinking, hey, but it's like only 0.002 seconds, so what's the big deal? So the thing is, when we increase it by 2, and over here we also do the same thing, so it's like 3, 4, 5. Over here we also do the same thing, 1, 2. Then let's see how much time it will gonna take. So it will gonna take around 0.13 seconds, and for this it will gonna take, let's also see the size of it. So it is it's 5.44 MB text, and it is gonna take around 1.32 seconds inside of the traditional loop. And over here, it is also taking 1.39 seconds. So as you can see, regular expressions are fast, but sometimes the traditional for loop can also be faster because there are parameters such as finding the pattern faster and all that. but still, regular expression provide more faster pattern recognition when we are doing it in a large bunch of text instead of a small amount of it. So after that, we have using wildcard. So what is a wildcard? Wildcard matches a part of a string and then prints it. So over here we are using open more mbox text. So let's see mbox text. So here we have an mbox text. So when we see this, there is like from maker, from there is a lot of from over here, and then there is like a from email going on. So what we can do is we want to get all the emails over here. So we will gonna create a function which will gonna search for starts off with a F and then goes for to any other character, then ends with a M and then a colon. Okay, so it will gonna start. So it starts with the from shorten, but this from is at the end of the line. There is no, there is literally so much stuff over here. So it is on the left hand side, not on the right hand side. We are doing a R strip, but as you can see, this part is not considered. Thus, this from is eliminated. Then there is also this from, but the F is not capital and it doesn't start with F. Then over here, it doesn't start with F. Same goes for here, same here. And then after that, we have a F which starts from it, and then a M and a colon. Yeah, this is correct. So we will gonna take this text and print it. Thus we get this AIML campus at the gmail.com. And these all follow the same pattern. Even though there is a two, it can be any text, so it's allowed. Then there's a two, then that's also allowed. Then there is a hyphen, yeah, any character is allowed, so those we are also going to print it. After that we have combining characters with wildcards. Over here we are going to use a for here starts off with then any character and then plus at the rate. So with at the rate, it will gonna get the email ID and that's over here. And then after that we are doing is refining matches with character sets. So over here we have find all method, and over here from using this we can print the email IDs over here. We are using this character sets to filter out that the string over here should only be characters with a number in it, and the string at the end of it should be only characters, not with a number. Like it can't be gmail.c0com. So that's it for the regular expressions.